You are reminded that you are still under oath.
Yes, my lady.
You are here today for further cross-examination. Can I find out from the team of Mr. Watbrinker as to whether they want to cross-examine you?
My lady, we have no questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. The team of Mr. Hooders.
Good morning, my lady. We have no questions for this witness. Thank you.
Mr. Pinar.
May it please the court, my lady, at this stage, I do not have questions for this witness, but I would like to seek an indulgence from your ladyship, should it become necessary, to close cross-examination at a later stage. May it please the court.
Thank you. Mr. Van Berg.
May it please you, my lady, I have no questions at this stage.
Ms. Hassim, there is some noise in the background. Can you please mute your mics? Do you have any questions to this witness?
Thank you, my lady. Just two questions. Good morning, Mrs. Franks.
Good morning, Councillor.
I represent families of the deceased in this inquest. Mrs. Franks, do you recall testifying in the arbitration before Justice Moseneke?
Yes, Councillor.
And you
that, I'm looking for a date that is
Ms. Boko,
Thank you, my lady. I've got no questions for the witness.
Ms. Ramaimela,
May it please the court, my lady, we have no questions for the witness.
thank you. Ms. Koka,
May it please the court, my lady, I also do not have any questions to the witness.
Ms. Maite,
May it please you, my lady, I too have no questions for the witness.
Mr. Shabangu,
Good morning, my lady. As the court pleases, I do have questions for the witness, my lady.
yes, if you can enlighten us.
As the court pleases, my lady. My lady, my questions will be on the issue that is dealing with Ms. Nyatlu and so far as the witness has testified, as also with the issue of the 23rd of June, and also will be seeking clarity on some issues that were testified yesterday by the witness.
Continue.
As the court, please, my lady. Good morning, Ms. Franks.
Good morning, Councillor.
I'm Advocate Chabangu. I appear in these proceedings to assist Ms. Priscilla Nyadlu, the former CEO of CCRC. Now,
Yes,
can
yes,
you hear me?
Councillor.
Thank you. Madam, can you hear me?
Continue, Mr. Nyatu. Mr.
As the court, please, my lady, Mr. Chabangu.
Hi. Mr. Shabangu, continue.
Ms. Franks, I would like us to start with your statement at page, the exhibit EE1. So this on page 359. Do you have the document, Ms. Franks?
We're still searching for the page, Councillor. Sorry, Councillor, what's the page number?
359.
Sorry, Councillor, I think we've got a problem with the page numbers.
What is your problem, Mrs. Franks?
I think Mr. Late is just fixing it here on my side. There we go. My lady. Yes.
Are you there?
359.
Yes,
359.
Councillor is.
Yes, that is EE1, yes. Exhibit EE1. Now,
yes, Councillor.
On the statement, I'll refer you to page 360. That's paragraph 5. Yes. That's the next page.
360, paragraph 5. Yes, Councillor.
Yes, and then on that page, I want us to go to line 6.
Can she read the paragraph first?
As a court, please, my lady, I'm entering the court. Ma'am, you can read the paragraph and indicate so when you're done.
Yes, Councillor.
Thank you very much. As I've said, I will refer you to line 6, which read, the CEO then indicated that I should go there and view the wards. I just need clarity. When you're talking about the CEO here, who are you referring to?
It was Mrs. Nyatlo, because what happened actually, I went to Diane from Siab. I went to Diane from Siabadinga.
So are you referring?
To Ms. Diane? Yes.
You are referring to Ms. Diane.
That's right. And she said I can go and view the place.
My lady,
you are referring to who?
Diane, who was the CEO from Siabadinga.
Oh, so you're. But now, here you are saying, I don't understand. She called the CEO of CCRC and I explained to her the reason of for my presence. The CEO then indicated that I should go there and view the wards.
Yes, that was Ms. Diane. My lady?
Yes.
So it's not.
As I said,
sorry to
my lady, as I said, I went to Ms. Diane and she called the CEO and she said to Diane that I can go and view the place, my lady.
Who is the CEO of CCRC?
Ms.
Who was the
Nya-
CEO at the time?
Ms. That's right, yes.
Okay.
My lady.
Continue, Mr.
As the court, please, I'm indebted to the court. So you spoke to Miss Diane Noile, is it so?
That's right, Councillor.
Okay. And then you went and viewed these wards, is it correct?
Yes, Councillor.
When you arrived at the wards, were these wards occupied?
No, Councillor. Sorry, Councillor, the one ward that they allocate to me was not occupied. They were just busy doing washing there.
Now, you mentioned that the one ward allocated to you. Who allocated this ward to you?
Councillor, as Hannah Jacobs said, I must go and view the place. And when I called her and said to her that they said I can go and view the place, so I said to her, I will then start cleaning the place the next morning. So Ms. Hannah Jacobs.
So if I understand you correctly, you went into CCRC, you spoke to...
Yes, Councillor.
I'm just now having a clear understanding. You spoke to
Yes,
me,
Councillor.
then you went and viewed the wards. And
Yes,
then you said there was one ward that was not that was unoccupied, correct?
Yes, yes, Councillor.
And then my question to you is, who allocated you that ward?
According to me, Hannah Jacobs said I can carry on with the cleaning on that one ward.
But was she present at the time, Miss Hannah Jacobs?
No, I phoned her and I spoke to her on the phone.
Yeah, all right.
As the court, please, my lady. And then you started cleaning that ward.
Yes, Councillor.
That ward that you cleaned, what was the capacity of that ward? How many patients that ward could accommodate?
The capacity was 25 patients.
How did you know that that ward could accommodate 25 patients?
I actually went in and count beds according to the capacity there.
Were beds in that ward?
No, as I was, as you walk through the wards, I allocate for myself bed spaces. Then I count up to 25.
So you are the one who determined the capacity of that ward?
That day, yes. I said I can only take 25, yes. Yes, my lady.
Continue, Mr.
Thank you very much. I'm indebted to the court, my lady. Now, after you clean that ward, you inform Ms. Hannah Jacobs that you are ready to take the ward.
The word, I was cleaning the wards and they come and they went in and they checked because, as I said, there was beds. All my beds was in color foam. So we moved the beds to CRC and we put the beds in according to the bed spaces.
I'm going to ask you to listen to the questions carefully. Some questions, they just need a simple answer, but you seem to be telling more. Please understand the questions. Mr. Shabangu, can you repeat that question?
My lady, I see my colleague, Mr. Pisela, has raised his hand.
I'm getting confused here. Mr. Pichel?
My lady, all is well with the issue of the wards and this and that, but I don't see where it's taking us. I mean, if there is a version that needs to be put to this witness that comes from Ms. Nyato, then that version should be put already. We are going the long way around now. If Ms. Nyato says this is what happened and this is a version, then it should be that way. I mean, to now go to issues that are very peripheral. I mean, we are dealing with causation here, and I don't see how a word is going to affect that.
Can the witness step aside? You can just lower your hand, Mr. Pichela. Yes, Mr. Shawangu.
As a court, Mrs. Malady, I submit, Malady, that this question is so relevant in the fact that the witness herself went to CCRC and identified the word herself. And this is the word where, as I continue with my cross-examination, will raise the issues in terms of capacity, Malady.
Mr. Pichela.
My lady, that is my point exactly. I mean, if the version of Ms. Nyatu is to say that you were not really allocated any words, you went there yourself, you took a word by yourself and you yourself allocated that word, then that should be a version that is put to the witness. Right now, I don't see how this is relevant to any issue with regard to the issue of causation. I mean, we don't know what Ms. Nyato's version is, and that is what should be put to the witness. Because now it's unfair to the witness to take them the long way around on this issue, when the issue can easily be ventilated by putting a version to the witness.
Thank you, Mr. Shawangu.
Malady, I still stand by my...
Yes, but can you please address the issues so that we shouldn't take a long way to reach where you want to go?
As a court, please, Malady.
The witness can come back. Yes.
As a court, please, Malady. Ms. Jacobus, it is correct that this what you allocated. Ms. Franks, my apologies, my lady. Ms. Franks, you allocated this what by Ms. Jacobus.
Yes, Councillor.
Let's carry on. Now, I want us now to carry on this issue. It is also correct that your bed, as you have testified, were at Kalafong, right?
Yes, Councillor.
When did you move your bed and stuff to this ward that you were allocated?
Just before the witness answers, where are we getting with these questions?
My lady, these questions going to address the issue of when the witness took over the ward. I'm now going to deal with the issue of instructions of the patient that she started to accept the patient.
Okay, continue. Yes.
Now,
yes, Councillor.
Ms. Franks, my question was, when did you start moving your furniture into this ward?
On the 17th of June, 2016.
And it is
Yes, Councillor.
that's correct. And you received the patient on the 23rd of June, is that correct?
Yes, Councillor.
Were you ready to receive the patient?
Yes, Councillor.
My lady, I see the witness expression is like, before she answered the question, she's looking it's like she's getting some disturbance. I don't know if it's only me who's seeing that.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything. What I know is that she's with is it Advocate Late where she is?
Yes, my lady.
Yes,
He's the only person assisting her.
Come again?
Advocate Lake is the only person in the same office as the witness, my lady.
I haven't seen anything. You can proceed. I didn't observe anything.
as the court pleases, my lady. Now, my question was, were you ready to accept the patients on the 23rd? And the answer was yes. Before
Yes,
you,
Councillor.
that's correct. Now, on the 23rd, who informed you that you will be receiving the patient?
Yes, Councillor.
You know, is a question, ma'am. Who informed you that you will be receiving the patient?
It was Dr. Malamela. Councillor.
How did she inform you?
Okay. She phoned and she said that I will receive patients on the 23rd. Councillor.
Did she inform you the patient that you're going to receive, where will they coming from?
Yes, we're going back
Yes.
again. Just before you answer, Mr. Pitlen.
My lady, again, we are dilly-dallying here. I mean, we know patients were received. We know those patients came from CCRC. The issue of the 23rd is not being an issue that was placed in dispute. Now we are now going backwards. The evidence is already on record. Unless my learned colleague here wants to put a different...
Mrs. Franks, if you can step aside, please. Yes.
Unless my learned colleague has other evidence that contradicts that, I don't see what is the relevance of dilly-dallying on this issue. Because now it's like we are going to go through everything that is already here on record. We know these facts, my lady.
Mr. Shabangu.
As the court pleases, my lady, I don't remember, my lady, this issue of who informed the witness to receive the patients being solicited in this proceeding, my lady. That's where I'm going, my lady. I wanted to
okay, Miss Marion.
Thank you, my lady. I also agree with Advocate Petlela. I do not see the relevance for these questions pertaining to causality of the death of the deceased that occurred. The information is contained in the statements
in the statement, yes. Mr. Shabangu.
As the court pleases, my lady.
Do you want to respond? But I think you have already replied here.
My lady,
yes. I want you to just put the version. If you have got a version to put to the witness, just to do so, because now we're going back and forth.
As the court pleases, my lady.
I thought when I gave you the opportunity, I thought you were going somewhere, but it doesn't look like you are going where I thought you were going.
As the court pleases,
We've
my lady.
got the statement. The statement explains everything. All those statements. I don't know what more information do you want there.
As a court pleases, my lady, I will proceed. I will move to another point.
Yes, but I don't want us to be back again.
As a court pleases, I'm invited to the court, my lady.
Thank you. Continue.
Ms. Franks.
Yes, Councillor.
You testified at the arbitration, and you've just confirmed that the evidence we gave at arbitration is the evidence that it's true and correct, and you stand by it.
Yes.
I want us now to go to page 24528.
Page number 2. Can you repeat?
24528.
24528. Yes, Councillor.
That is the arbitration. That is your arbitration testimony. Do you see that?
Yes, Councillor.
Now, let's go to line 17.
Line 17, Councillor.
We start from 24528, and then which is the cross-examination start from 24528. It goes further to 24529.
Yes, Councillor.
Continue, Mr. Shabangu.
As a court, please, my lady. I'm just counting my notes here, my lady, on the note that I've made here. My Ms. Franks.
Yes, Councillor.
Correct that you have registered the NPO Anchor Center. That's correct.
Yes, Councillor.
And then on line 16 that you confirmed, line 17 you confirmed that you've registered the Anchor home. Do you still stand by that?
Where is this taking us, Mr. Shabangu?
My lady, I'm as a copy, I'm proceeding to the further lines on this on page 2.
Yes, I can see you wanted you said you were referring here to line 17, which has to do with qualification in the care of mental patients. Why are you taking so long to go there? And why are you coming to this point? If you can help us.
As the court, please, my lady, may the witness step aside with the leave of the court.
Yes, you may step aside, Mr. Franks. Yes.
My lady, the point where I'm going with this line of questioning, my lady, is the qualification of the witness in terms of mental care users.
Yes, what about it?
My lady, this will go to the knowledge and the experience in terms of the witness in dealing with the mental health care users, which is being
Mr. Late, if you can, and please, Mr. Late, mute your mic. I'm still waiting for your answer, Mr. Shabangu. Or are you done?
No, my lady, yes, but I've answered the court, my lady.
Okay, Miss Merritt.
My lady, the witness testified she didn't take care of the patient. She was the manager of the NGO.
Yes.
So I do not see the relevance for these questions.
That is why I stopped him. Thank you. Mr. Shabangu, you were present yesterday. You heard the witness testimony. So we don't want to be repeating what she has said. If there is a point that you want to raise in that regard, deal with it and lay to rest, please.
As a court, please, my lady.
Can the witness come back? Continue. The witness is here.
As a court, please, Ms. Franks.
Yes, Councillor.
It is correct that you were not qualified to deal with mental health care users. Or you're
Yes,
not
Councillor.
Just before she responds, Miss Merritt, we're going back to where we were.
Yes, the witness already testified she didn't take care of the patients. She was the manager, so she managed the NGO, not the patients.
Yes, Mr. Shabangu.
As the court, please, my lady, I'll continue from that point. I'll go to my next point.
Continue, Mr. Shabangu.
Ms. Franks, let's now deal with the issue of the 23rd of June.
Yes, Councillor.
Yesterday, you testified that in examination chief that you received 30 patients from CCRC. Is that correct?
Yes, Councillor.
And you testified that all the patients that you received from CCRC, there were no files, no ID, only discharge forms and medication. Is correct?
No, Councillor.
Did I hear you said no?
Yes, Councillor.
Did they have files?
No, Councillor.
Now, let's deal with the issue of files.
Yes, Councillor.
Is there any hand? I don't see any hand.
Mr. Pichela's hand was up, my lady.
Mr. Pichela, did you want to say something? Yes.
My lady, the issue that I wanted to take was the version that was being put to the witness, where it was incorrect. Yeah, the one where she responded no, it was an incorrect version. Because if you're saying all, the witness qualified that statement in the evidence in chief. And we are now repeating the evidence in chief. I don't understand where we are going with this. Are we repeating evidence now? Because my understanding is if there is a question.
Now the evidence is being confused. But
exactly,
when she said no, I just left it. I thought he was going to clarify it with regard to the follow-up question because the witness said no.
Indeed, my lady. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hear what is the point that he wants to bring forth, and then from there we can deal with that. Mr. Shabangu?
As a court, please, my lady, I'm now dealing with the issue of files.
Yes, but you need to put the correct version to the witness, right?
As a court,
Continue
please, my lady, the witness said no, and I asked there were no files, and she said yes. So that's what I'm telling now. Okay. I'm dealing with the issue of files.
Yes, but we don't want you to be repeating everything that the witness has said yesterday.
As a court, please, my lady.
Continue.
Ms. Friends.
Yes, Councillor.
You testified that
Can you please mute your mics because you are distracting the proceedings? I don't know who that is, please.
the patients were brought into Anchor House by the nurses from CCRC. And the patients were pushed.
What is the version that you want to put to the witness? You had the evidence of the witness yesterday, Mr. Shabangu. All right. What are your instructions? Because your client will also testify. Just put the version to the witness where you don't agree with her evidence. Otherwise, will be you are really taking some time, and we don't understand what is it that you want to do.
As the court pleases, my lady, I find myself in a tight situation when the way I've prepared my questions, my lady, and now I'll try to go straight where the court wants me to go, but I've prepared in this fashion, my lady. But I mean, I understand what the court's saying, but I'll try to go to the version. So I was just bringing and building the way where I want to take the witness to, my lady.
Yes, remember the evidence is on record, right? There is no point of you repeating the evidence that is already on record. If you want to go to an issue, you go straight to the issue. You'll just see how you direct it to the witness.
As a court, my lady, that's how I prepared. That's how I directed. But my lady, I will now change the style where I prepared and now adopt another style that now is suitable to.
For as long as the court can understand where you're going, otherwise you are getting confused.
As the court, please, my lady. Ms. Franks, you testified that when you received the patient on the 23rd at Anchor, the patient were pushed in the ward and they were left there by the nurses from CCRC. You remember that?
Yes, Councillor.
And the nurses from CCRC by the name Miss Hilda Mokhobejani, I'll direct the court to page, as the court is, my lady, the court will bear with me now because now, my lady, I'm changing the style of asking the question, so it's now another way of dealing it to go straight to the point, my lady. As the court is, my lady. Let's go to page 4837.
4837. Councillor. Yes, Councillor.
This is a statement by Hilda Mushibichani Kwete.
4837, just a second. Yes.
Are you there, Miss Dorothy Franks?
Yes, Councillor.
The surname for the purpose of the record is Mushibichane. Moshibijane. No. This is the surname is Khwete. Mushibichane, I think it's another name. It's a Khwete is KGWETE. Continue.
This statement is relating to the deceased Sizwe Tlhatjwayo.
Yes, Councillor.
Can you read paragraph 2 of the statement?
Can she read the whole statement first and understand it?
As the court, please, my lady.
Here, Jerry.
Yes, Councillor, I read it.
Thank you very much. As I've said earlier on, I'll address you to paragraph 2, line 8 from the bottom of this statement.
Yes, line 2. Councillor, line 2.
No.
Repeat.
On
Paragraph 2, line 8 from the bottom.
Line 8 from the bottom.
Yes, Councillor.
Which will read, the discharge documents were prepared, which include discharge form, discharge summary report, and the prescription chart. The medication for a period of 1 month was explained and handed over to Anchor House nursing staff. Moreover, the conditions of the mental health care user was thoroughly explained to Anchor House nursing staff.
Just hold it there. Okay, can you finish that? I think there is a hand there. Just finish what you're saying. You want to bring forth to the witness.
The patient was clinically healthy, no acute illness. The user was not fluent but can express himself or his needs.
Yes, what is the question?
Now, do you have any comment on this statement?
Just any comment about the statement?
Yes, my lady.
Okay, just hold it there, Mr. Pichela.
Thank you, my lady. My lady, I see there is no reference to Ms. Dorothy Franks on the statement. The statement deals with an interaction that happened between this Ms. Huete and the nursing staff. So I don't see where we are going with the statement. I don't see its relevance. Again, I don't understand why my learned colleague here finds it so difficult to put his client's version to this witness. Because we are, instead of dealing with that version, if he wants to contradict what this witness is saying, he cannot do so by using the statement of other people who are not witnesses in these proceedings, or who have not even been called as witnesses. I think we have traversed this issue before, and now it's taking us backwards, my lady.
Thank you.
May it please you, my lady.
Mr. Shabangu.
As the court pleases, my lady. My lady, this statement is so relevant to the issue. The witness has testified that the nurses of CCRC just left the patient on the hallway without explaining everything. So this statement is a statement from the nurse from CCRC, and this statement forms part of the record. So it's of paramount importance, my lady, to put this statement before this witness, my lady.
What is your client's version, Mr. Shabangu? Was your client present? Because there was this witness said on the other days, I think, I don't know whether it was she mentioned the date when she said, I don't know whether it was on the 23rd of June in her evidence yesterday that your client was present.
My lady, I'll deal with that. I'm still coming to that.
Yes, but we don't want to be confused because even your way of asking questions, you know, if you want to cross-examine on a statement, you must put the correct version to the witness, right? But what you hear what Mr. Pichela is saying regarding that statement. Are you going to call? Are you going to ask this inquest to call that witness to come and testify regarding that?
My lady, in response.
What is the point that you want to raise with regard to that point, that statement?
My lady, this statement, as I said, it forms part of the record. And
yes.
Yes. And my lady, I remember in this inquest, statements were put, and the question was asked as to whether the people who deposed the statement will be called, and it was addressed that there was no need to call the people who deposed to those statements because this statement form part of the record. And
yes, it forms part of the record. I understand you, but what is it? What message are you trying to convey to this witness? Which part of? Yes, Miss Marriott. Miss Marriott.
It's me.
Oh,
my lady, it's me. The witness did not testify that all 30 patients were were left in the corridor, and she didn't refer to a specific person. It's only five of the 30 patients that was brought at a certain stage that was left in the corridor. Not all 30 of them, and she didn't name this specific mental health care users the statement refers to.
Yes, but now you see, Mr. Late, my problem with the line of questioning, it doesn't mean that I don't want him to cross-examine on the basis of that statement. But my problem is the way he asked the question. He should stick to the version of the witness. And the question, if the question is not clear to the witness, then it becomes a problem. Because up to now, I don't know what is it that he wants to ask the witness. He just writes the statement. I mean, he must be specific to say, this was a testimony, but this particular witness is saying this. So that the witness can be in a position to say, but my evidence yesterday didn't refer to all those with all the patients. I specifically said 1, 2, 3, you know.
That's
so if
correct,
a question is confusing to the witness, then that evidence, I mean, whatever he wants to elicit from that particular witness is also going to be a problem, isn't it?
That's correct, Malala, and I totally agree with Mr. Pishlela. I don't know why Mr. Shabangu's taking this lengthy route to come to a certain point. Just put his version. How difficult can that be? Because of what this evidence is on record.
And now
Really?
it's like we're disturbing his line of preparation. But our problem is, I still don't understand these questions that he's asking the witness.
Yes,
Let him put the version, because so far we don't know his client's version. If he's saying, okay, my client will disagree with your evidence because she will testify that, it's something, then we know where she is going. So we're getting confused, I don't know.
That's correct, my lady. I can't see how
we're not moving. I mean,
preparation, how his preparation can be difficult, or his questioning can be difficult because it differs from his preparation, because he must know what his client's version is and just put the version.
Yes.
As a court, please, my lady.
Thank you. Mr. Shabangu?
As a court, please, my lady.
I'm not going to tell you how you should cross-examine the witness.
I'll take my left.
Mr. Watbringle? Do you want to share that with us?
Sorry, Milady, I don't know how that happened. I should have been on mute. I beg your pardon.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
As a court, please, my lady, I will continue, my lady.
Yes, we still don't know what your witness's version is, you know. We're getting so confused. And the problem with why the reason why we keep on interjecting while you're busy with your cross-examination is the way you ask questions is very problematic, because we just don't understand what you want the witness to do. I mean, you should be having a version that you want to put to the witness, but it doesn't come the right way. I don't know.
As a court, please, my lady, as I've mentioned earlier on, that this is building up to my point. But now, as I said, now I put the version where it's starting from the witness testimony, then I've been stopped. I don't repeat what the witness have said. Now I'm doing this way. It is also wrong. It is, but my lady, I will now again adopt.
Yes, I'm going to give you some time. I see it's 4 minutes to 11. If we take a break now, we resume at 1:15. Just go and prepare and put your thoughts together, so that when we come back, we know where we're going. Because I don't know, I don't want to be interfering with your cross-examination, but you wouldn't be stopped, or there wouldn't be any objections if you are doing the right thing.
As a court, please, my lady, I'm indebted to the court.
Yes, I think, can we just take the tea adjournment now, and then we proceed at 11:15? Where is the witness?
I'm here, my lady.
Mrs. Franks, as I warned you yesterday, the oath that you have just taken will continue, and then you need not discuss your evidence with anybody else until we resume, and until the court excuses you after you shall have finished with your evidence. The court is taking a tea adjournment. We will resume at 11:15. Thank you very much.
As a court, please, my lady.
Thank you, my lady.
Ms. Franks, it is my instructions from Ms. Nyatu that insofar as your testimony regarding the 23rd of June, that she was present at CCRC when you received the patient, if need be, should come and testify that that's not correct. Any comment to that?
No comment, Councillor.
As a court, please, my lady, I have no further question for the witness, my lady.
Thank you. Who is next? Let me see here. Ms. Mboweni, do you have questions to the witness?
May it please the court, my lady, I don't have any questions for this witness.
Thank you. Mr. Manamela, is he present? I take it that he is absent. Mr. Profi?
No questions for the witness, my lady.
Thank you. Mr. Veselo, is he there? I don't know. After testifying, maybe they don't want to be part of the proceedings.
I am here, Your Honor.
Are you there?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you have questions to the witness?
No questions for this witness, my lady.
Thank you. Miss Kekana? Miss Beauty Kekana, are you there? I'm going to pass her. Mr. Pichela, before I come to you, I think Mr. Pienaar and Mr. Van Bergen reserved their cross-examination, if I may check with them.
My lady, I do not have questions for the witness.
Okay, I'll come to you. Thank you. Can I check with Mr. Pienaar? Mr. Pienaar? What is happening? Is it from my side?
My lady, while we wait, I can perhaps just place on record that I don't have any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Van Bergen. Mr. Pienaar?
May it please the court, my lady. Sorry. I have no further questions or any questions, sorry, my lady, for this witness.
Thank you. Ms. Merritt, you said you don't have questions?
I have no questions. Thank you, my lady.
Thank you. Mr. Pichela?
My lady, I will not have any questions for this witness.
Thank you. The witness is excused. Thank you very much, Mrs. Franks.
Thank you, my lady.
Thank you. Evidence leaders, Ms. Merritt.
My lady, I've been informed by Advocate Petlela that he will not be ready to proceed with any other of his clients. He did not have an opportunity to consult with them as yet. There's then no further witnesses for today, and we've arranged that we will only sit up until today. The next court date will be then the 18th of July. We will then be left with Ethel Mube, Karina Morale, further cross-examination for Sanele Butlezi, Priscilla Nyatlu, and then Dr. Manamela, Dr. Selebano, and Gwendani Mahlangu.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Petlela?
Thank you, my lady. That is indeed correct. Because of also, I couldn't have the opportunity to consult with all three of them. I only managed the two that have testified. Maybe for the benefit of the court, on the 18th, perhaps we can start with Karina Morale and then Ethel Ngube. Because it appears that with Ms. Ngube, there's a lot of information to be traversed. So,
Well, thank you very much. I think that will be in order. Can I just check with Mr. van Bergen as to when will Mrs. Buthelezi be able to testify? Have you arranged the date yet?
We haven't yet, my lady. I'm in the court's hands, and
That should have been arranged because, okay, can I ask that the attorneys liaise with her, and then please you can forward the information to the evidence leaders. I thought we would know by today.
Yes, my lady, I'll make sure that that the necessary arrangements are made.
Yes, so that isn't it for them to be able to plan ahead.
As your ladyship pleases.
Okay. On that note, the proceedings are therefore adjourned to the 18th of July 2022. Should I say, yes, I think for the we should continue with the evidence of Ms. Morale on that date.
as the court pleases.
Thank you very much.
As the court pleases, my lady.
Thank you.
My lady.
May it please the court, my lady.